Hello, children. How are you all? I hope you all have completed your chapter 1 homework in your copies, and we are going to start today with chapter number 2, studying effectively. So, chapter number 2, we all know the importance of studying in our life. It depends on the way of our studying, how we concentrate on our studies so that we can get good marks in the exams. So, we'll start reading with this chapter. Studying well is perhaps the most important duty of a student. Of course, it is a very important duty of every child to study, and concentrating on studies results in good grades, which boosts the reputation and confidence level of a student. So, when we concentrate on the studies and get good result, this automatically increases our confidence level. However, for the modern day students, studies have become a cause of immense stress. But these days, now the children, they are taking this study as a stress. They find it too difficult to properly study the entire curriculum well within time. At the time of examination, they are not confident, and their nervousness adds to their miseries. So, to whom it happens actually? The children, those who do not study every day. They open their book only few days before their exams, and then try to learn each and everything, and then this study becomes a stress for them. Now we will learn some of the steps that how a child can study effectively. So we'll read the next paragraph. How to study effectively. The key to become an effective student is learning how to study smartly, not merely working hard. You don't have to work hard, but you have to study smartly. This becomes more and more important as regarding higher education. A few hours of study a day is usually sufficient to make it through high school with satisfactory marks. But in case of college and higher studies, much more time is required if one does not know how to study smartly. So in school days, it is okay if you study for few hours in a day, but once you go in the college or do any higher studies, then you need to give much more time towards your study. While some students have God gifted talent which makes them breeze through school with minimal effort, a vast majority of successful students achieve success by way of developing and applying effective study habits. There are some students who are God gifted, uh, who have a talent to study with very less efforts. What they do, they sit in the class, they listen very attentively, and they grasp each and everything very quickly in their mind, and they never forget the things. So that is the God gift for them, that they remembers each and everything. So if you want to become a successful student, do not get discouraged. You can also be a successful student. You also can get good marks in your exams. But what you need to do is you need to just develop some good habits in you. So just work to develop the good study habits, and you will see your grades go up. Your knowledge will also increase, and your ability to learn and assimilate the information improve. Following are the very good study habits which should be employed by all the students. So we will discuss some good habits which you should apply in while you do your studies. So class, the first point we have is study in short sessions. You should never attempt to cram all your studying into one session. When you study for long hours, you exert yourself much more than what is required. Successful students typically space their work over shorter periods of 2 hours each. They rarely try to cram all into just 1 or 2 sessions. If you want to become a successful student, you need to learn to be consistent in your studies and to have regular and yet shorter study periods. The first point to be a successful student, to get the good grades, what you need to do is you need to study in short sessions. That means you sit for a short time, like 1 hour or 1.5 hour or 2 hours, and take a particular subject that I need to finish this, and you need to understand each and everything, whatever the portion which you have selected you are going to study today. And then you take a break. After the break, then again sit for a short break, a short session to study, and make this as your habit. So once you develop these types of habits in you, you will automatically realize that your knowledge is increasing every day. You are whatever you have learned, it is there in your mind, and you become a consistent towards your study. The second point we have is plan the place and time of your study. Yes, of course, it is very important choose one place for your study. So it is important to choose an appropriate place and time for study. Of course, the time is needed. In the previous one, we have discussed the study in short sessions. So you need to specify the time, which time you want to study, and of course, you need to decide the place also. Successful students schedule specific time throughout the week when they are going to study, and then they stick to their schedule. You also need to do in the same way. Make a timetable of your studies, write the subject wise date when you're going to study which subject. And then students who study sporadically and whimsically generally do not perform at par with the students who have set a timetable. Now here sporadically means that occasionally, at irregular intervals. So the students, those who do not study well, they study very occasionally, and whimsically here means the odd ideas, unpredictable things generally do not perform. These type of students do not perform well in their studies, instead of those students who set the timetable for their studies. So creating a weekly routine where you set aside a period of time, a few days in a week, to review your course will enable you to memorize things effectively. In your planned time of study, first go through your previous knowledge and then capture the knowledge. If you see how your teachers are teaching, they also ask you what we have studied in the previous class. Do you remember? In the same way, you also have to be very specific. When you sit for your study, you need to revise what you have learned in the previous day, okay, or the previous week, depending upon your timetable. Proceed from unknown to unknown. So first go through your previous knowledge and then capture the unknown things which you do not know, and then proceed from known to unknown, which what you know and then what you do not know. You need to go through in this way. The next is the study at a fixed time. So you need to fix a time for your studies. Whatever is your planned time of study, you should be consistent towards it. When you study at the time every day, and every week, you become mentally prepared to study at the same time. It makes studies become a regular part of your life, and your body clock is set accordingly. When this happens, your study session become more productive. However, if you have to change your schedule because of some unexpected event, go back onto your routine as soon as the event passes away. Never change your study time frequently, it results in loss of concentration. So, we have discussed 3 points: that you need to study in short sessions, and you need to plan the time and the place for your study. The third one is study at a fixed time. So, you need to fix your time that I'm going to study at this time. Next one is set a goal for each session. Simply studying without a direction is not effective. You should have a plan for every study session, that I'm going to cover this portion today. You need to know exactly what you want to accomplish during each study session. Before you start studying, set a goal that supports your overall academic goal. For example, you must decide beforehand as to which chapter or how much portion of the chapter is to be covered. Then devote your 100% in that portion. The next point we have is never wait. So the next point we have is never procrastinate your planned study session. It is very easy and common to put off your study session because of lack of interest, which is generally caused because of some difficult assignment. Even if the assignment is complex, it is difficult, then do not give up. Successful students do not procrastinate. Here, if you procrastinate your study session, your learning will become much less effective and you may not accomplish everything that you need to. Procrastination also leads to rushing to catch up the lost time, which could lead to error. So here the meaning of the fifth point is never delay your planned study session. So procrastinate means never delay. It is very easy to put off your study session because of lack of interest, which is generally caused because of some difficult assignment. Sometimes you see that this is a difficult assignment, so what happens, you get a very less interest in that study, which delays. I mean, you do not want to complete that assignment first, but what you should do, you should take that assignment as your first assignment and give your 100% in it. So it is written here in third line, even if the assignment is difficult, do not give up. Successful students do not procrastinate. If you procrastinate your study session, your learning will become much less effective. So there is no need to delay. Any assignment, you need to do the assignment which you feel that it is difficult for you. You need to take that first. So the next point in the same, you will get the same answer. Start with the most difficult assignment first. If you think that is the difficult assignment, you need to start with that assignment only, as your most difficult assignment may require the most effort and mental energy. You should start with it first. Once you have completed the most difficult work first, it becomes much easier for you to complete the rest of your work. Keep in mind, starting with the most difficult subject or assignment greatly improves the effectiveness of your study sessions and your academic performance as well. The seventh point we have is make notes and regularly review them. Always make sure that you are attentive in the class and make necessary notes. Before you start each study session and before you start a particular assignment, review your notes thoroughly to ensure that you know how to complete the assignment correctly and quickly. Reviewing your notes before each study session helps you to remember the important subject matter learned during the class and make sure that your study is targeted and effective. So what you need to do is you need to start making the notes. As and when your teacher teaches you something, you need to write the important points in a copy. So this will help you whenever you start any assignment and you start your studying for that particular chapter. Then you review your notes, go through your notes, and then uh, it will help you in completing your assignment correctly and very quickly. The next one is avoid distractions while studying. So distractions are normal and usual. So we have studied one point, plan the place and time of your study. So you need to plan a place for your study. You do not there is no need to sit in that room where the television is there, or some people are watching television. Never sit in that room to study, because television is a distraction. Where there are so many people in one room and they are talking, you cannot sit in that room. What you need to do is you need to find a place where you can study quietly. So distractions are normal and usual. Some students get distracted by TV and some get distracted by people around. When you are distracted, you lose your train of thought. So whatever you are thinking, you lose everything, and then you also pay attention towards the television or the people, those who are around you, and therefore unable to focus towards your study. When you decide your place of study, choose a place that is disturbance free or does not have too many distractions. Moreover, never allow your thoughts to distract you. While studying, do not think of other issues, think about them after you complete your study. So, this is a very important point. You do not have to allow your mind to go here and there, think about this and think about that. But when you are study, that means you need to concentrate on your study only. Once you complete your study, then you can do other things. You can think of playing, you can think of any talking with your friend or with your parents or anyone. Next one is, the last point we have is, revise your studies over the weekend. So whatever you have studied during the week, you need to revise the studies over the weekend. Every weekend you need to revise the portion which you have completed in a week. So what do the successful students do? Successful students revise the things that they have learned during the week over the weekend. Some students even take the help of their siblings or friends. They request them to ask the questions related to the concerned chapter. If the students are able to answer the questions correctly, they consider the topics are as well prepared. However, if they fail to answer the questions, then they study the portion again, the topic again. So there are some tips given for studying better. The first tip is, be regular and consistent in your study. So you need to be regular. If you have a selected timetable, you need to sit every day according to that timetable for your studies, and devote time in planning things beforehand. You need to plan each and everything beforehand. That means whenever you sit for your studies, if anything is planned, you need to finish that first and then do your study. Do not try to memorize everything. Okay, in fact, try to understand the concept. So what happens when you do the rote memorization? If you miss a single word in the answer, then the rest of the answer is gone from your mind. So what you need to do is, you need to understand the topic, understand the concept very clearly, so that things remains in the mind. You can write it in your own words. The next one is, studying in morning hours is very fruitful. So when you get up early and study, it is very fruitful. Why? Because your brain is fresh and you can adapt the things, you can learn the things very easily. The next point we have is, avoid studying in a noisy environment. So we have already discussed, you need to choose a place for your study where you get a less distraction. The next point we have is maintain a correct posture while studying. Always sit in a comfortable chair and at a study table while preparing. Now, what happens when you sit on the bed and study? You feel sleepy. If you sit on the floor, what do you feel uncomfortable. So, always sit on a comfortable chair and you need to use a study table, and your posture should be correct while studying. And the last point we have here is your place of study should have enough light and good ventilation. Where you are studying, there should be enough light so that you can see it clearly, and a good ventilation so that you get the fresh air when you are studying. I hope this chapter is clear to you, and here one tip is given. An etiquette tip: avoid taking study or reading material in bathroom, neither at home or at other places. It is a very bad habit. So you do not take the study material in the bathroom. Okay, neither at home nor at other places. If you are going for your brother's marriage, then you are taking your books and studying there. It is very difficult for you to study because you get so many distractions there. So you need to decide beforehand when you are going to study. Now what you need to do is you need to do again the question answers. I hope this chapter is clear to you and you are in class 9 and you can do all the questions answer on your own. So first question here in practice session on page number 21 is, what is the problem faced by the students of this generation? So you know the answer. What is the key to become an effective student? Why should you study in short session? What is the consequence of procrastinating your studies? So here, procrastinating your studies, so you need to write. Do you remember the delay, right? The meaning of procrastinating is delay. List any 4 tips that help you to study better. Next is true and false. Studying smartly is of no use. So you need to fill it on your own. The next is the activity. Read the following. So unemployment in India. So you will read this and you need to give your opinion about the above this issue, and you need to suggest the measure to curb unemployment. And then there is one thing very interesting, exercise number B and C. You need to develop a habit of maintaining a diary of your studies. So I want you to maintain a diary of your studies, date wise entry of your studies, which chapter, what time, and how much portion you are going to cover. And then third one, you need to make a slogan of your own which encourages you to study smartly. So you need to write a slogan for yourself. I'll check that once we'll meet in the class. So this chapter is over. I hope you have completed the first chapter. Now you do the exercises and question answers of this chapter also. So children will meet in the next class to discuss the next chapter. Till then, God bless you all.